Utah Tech was frankly him and then all the attackers in front, and he kind of had to pick the strings. We'll see if he can notch an assist tonight. We'll see if Max is playing out of position or if Nick Carlin-Voigt elects for a three-back. Thiago Lopez, a senior from Porto. Alex Wagner to Fernandez, further up to Bubo Fofana, who's fighting, brings it onto his right foot, has a whack at the ball, but Joey Mayer on the deck, able to make the block.
It's unbelievable defending from Mayer and just absolute terrific recovery from him.
Jose almost steps in on the challenge, doesn't come out with the ball. St. Louis send a whipped ball inside, too high for Cash Oladapo. Thankfully, no white. Joe get it back out to Nava, right to Diego Rosas, can't put it on frame, aiming for his first collegiate goal. Rosas needs to put more power on that ball.
And that one, that's a corner that's straight off the training ground. That was absolutely a designed play, and you just see how wide open Rosas was left. As soon as that went in here, you see those two players, St. Louis players come up. That leaves that channel and that space wide open for Diego Rosas, and yeah, he's got to do.
Gives it away. Nava on the right flank. Sends in a first-time cross. It's high, and it's too far for Wagner. A wall of 5 Portland jerseys stands 10 yards away. Hoffman lets out his whistle. Instead be a set-piece routine and a header at the back post. Picture perfection by St. Louis. They lead 1-0.
Wow, what a well-executed free kick right there. Anderson just chips it right up over, and what a play by number 5, Max Floriani. Mayer was right behind him just to be sure, but my goodness.
The former Simon Betcher's goal, who's now, of course, in MLS with St. Louis. The MLS team, not the college. Bubo Fofana tries to go right back the other way. Forces that bodyguard. And at last, Nava can take. Whipped in by Nava, 2 St. Louis players closer to it. Fernandez trying to put it back inside the area. Too far for Bubo Fofana. And Abinel able to grasp. Who gave the ball away, nearly wins it back. Lopez, the most defensive of the midfielders, is showing he's got attacking grit as well. And a good job at his near post by Cash Oladapo to be alert.
Tremendous snag from Cash.
Takes Wiley Trujillo for pace. Now patient. Lara works on 2 Pilot defenders, puts it in to the side of the net.
Nicky Dunbar coming all the way back from the forward position to help double team.
Gets beat this time around. Garnett, a low cross inside. May have wanted to put some loft under the ball. Fernandez from 25 away thinks about it, and that's all it will be.
And Portland now starting to get that confidence of staying in the St. Louis half. Leatherman on that play just went for Garnett's body a little bit more than the ball, giving Garnett that opportunity to slip by him, and Fernandez does a great job of pulling the
left flank, but no time in attack for St. Louis. But no worry for them as they collect a 1-0 lead at the halftime break. And Ange seems to be the deserved 1-0 lead as well.
Absolutely. Lots to do for Portland to work their way out of this right now. St. Louis has had a really solid game plan. They've been very disciplined at what they have really forced Portland in field. Portland having to just stretch themselves. So I'm wondering if what we're going to see is just a rush of players coming up and then this side of the field opening up.
Takes it away, 2-on-4 break. Bubo Fofana is with Joe Highfield. The redshirt freshman going at it himself. Onto his left foot, gets a shooting chance. Sends Abinel to the ground, but ultimately his heart probably does not skip a beat. The goalkeeper had it covered.
And Highfield did the best he could possibly do in that situation. Well covered. What a break for about running on his own for almost 50 yards. And he's surrounded by just a few.
No yellow shown yet tonight through 50 minutes of action. Cash Oladapo spills a Leatherman on the follow-through and a strong block. Believe it was Hernandez. Second opportunity coming back in, whips across the face of goal. Lopez clamoring for a handball, but St. Louis forced to retreat.
And that ball was absolutely teed up for Leatherman. Cash Oladapo gets it out. Leatherman unmarked, and it is Hernandez who does the work of the brick.
6'2" Thiago Lopez on the 6-yard line. ventures inside of it. Anderson on the delivery. Looks a little overcooked, but sent back in front. And a formality to put it in the back of the net. It is Tanner Anderson who finishes the play started by his brother.
And Seth Anderson put the ball exactly where he wanted to in the back corner of the goal box right here. This is a great play because every time it was going to happen was that ball was going to be redirected. Absolutely intentional. All you're going to watch here are pilots watching the ball one way and then watching the ball the other way. Nobody looking for it, nobody looking to head it, everybody looking at the linesman thinking, was that offside or out? You've got to play the ball through it.
By Leatherman. Buba Fofana. He just cannot get past the back line. Highfield. Fofana down inside the 18. Fans want the PK. If Nick Cohen-Voigt's usually not irate about it, I'll rate the defense's chances of not having a PK awarded against them, but let's take a look.
Just got his hands on his hips there. Fofana comes through there and just oversells it way too much right there. Just takes a touch, doesn't really have anything going from it.
Extends out to Muslim Umar. He's had trouble with Leatherman. This time, more success. Cross into the box, no pilot there. St. Louis with another chance, looking for the first goal from open play, and Cash Oladapo stops Anderson from scoring his second of the game. Nava, perfect pass, a nice cannon over to Kendi Bellini. Lets it bounce once, and then a smart touch. Puts this one on target, nearly so, and just wide. Moments ago, Grady Easton, a 6'3" defender, a senior from Woodlands, Texas, came in for Thiago Lopez, who's on a yellow card.
And Lopez.
Anderson, and a nice block by Hernandez.
Probably get a corner here. Lopez has had a great game. Obviously cannot come back in. No re-entry in the second half. And
team led by Logan Farrington. They lost 3-0 at Merlot Field. They had more chances in that game than this one. Nick Fernandez trying to change that fact. And he'll be out for a corner.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Good interplay. They're looking for those ones and twos, and then they're catching somebody on the break. They're not just playing it long for somebody to run onto. This good ball in from Fofana right into Fernandez, who slices it across, and that was all Max Floriani could do there to put it out of danger.
Sai Shayuki, he's been bright since coming in. A good crossover, and Nicky Dunbar was in a joust with Leatherman.
Yeah, who else? Leatherman doing a terrific job defending in the penalty.
At 8 minutes. And now the delivery low and almost cleared by Fernandez. Sai Shayuki, a chipped ball. A nice volley chance, and if there was a touch on it by the man in front, it seems to be Wagner.
It was Wagner. That just skimmed the front foot of Wagner off a blistering opportunity. Shauki plays again a pretty good ball, very difficult to deal with those high lofted balls in Trujillo.
Diego Rosas Marley lets it run through, clip towards the back post, and Leatherman didn't have it covered that time. But the keeper, Jeremy Abonel, of course does.
Abonel handles it and will just see this one out. And you got to give a ton of credit to the Billikens tonight as we watch this replay as time runs out. The Billikens came in with a game plan tonight and executed it very, very, very well. Portland, whatever Portland's game plan tonight, didn't go as planned for Nick Carlin-Voigt, and really Kevin Kalish's team is good. They're going to go back home and see what they can build out of this. Portland has probably one of the toughest road trips that they've had in a couple of years coming up next weekend, Adam.
Final scoreline at Merlot Field, a rarity. Portland blanked on their home pitch. St. Louis 2, Portland 0.